we have launched a certificate program in entrepreneurship in engineering. I'm not going through too much detail on that. Certificate programs given to a student in engineering, we have successfully completed the following courses. You can see Principles of Marketing is one of the courses, Management, Entrepreneurship course offered by Business School, Engineering Design Exhibits 1 and 2 from Engineering, and also Engineering and Innovation and Creativity course, which normally offered in fall semester at School of Engineering. One of our students who took the course will be testimonial for you. And also there is followed up for developing a business plan, certificate program in entrepreneurship in engineering. Those course syllabus are highlighted here, but there's also listed in the catalog. You can look into that. I'm not going through that. I'm going to talk briefly about the Mercer Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. We have low-cost prototyping facility at the center at this point in time. Of course, Havo has its own prosthetic lab by the side. You are all welcome to come and visit those facilities, and you can see what the students are doing and how they take an idea and create their own prototype before launching for a business venture they need it. So we got a funding from Mercer Academic Initiative Monetary Fund joint. Havo was part of the team also, and we started the center. The objective of the center is highlighted here. You can read through. Our main objective is focus on cross-disciplinary educational program in which teaching, collaboration, and learning are involved. Research and scholarly activities across Mercer campus, in which business school, liberal arts faculty and students, engineering faculty and students, and also in addition to this, we can involve the medical school students nearby, those who want to work on biomedical, do something else, we can involve them as well. So this started in 2010. It's effective now. People can come and print parts. If you want, you can circulate some other parts for them to look into them. Just circulate those parts. So this I highlighted already. What are the major incidents, activities we started? The faculty workshop, regional conference 2010, innovation chess competition in 2011 March, upcoming regional conference on innovation and entrepreneurship education in March, and also the student Mercer chess competition in April. These are the major events taking place at Mercer campus. So I'm going to skip this one because students have a lot of things to show you about the Mercer Entrepreneurship Club. So I will be skipping several things here. The students start with the maker board, which is a student design project. We have a low-cost prototyping facility that's evolving to a center now. We are also purchasing additional facilities for center. And students print this kind of parts. They are circulating some of the parts you can see. You can have an idea, make a design, go to the printer, print the part in 3D rather than sketching and drawing in the blueprint and things of fashion like that. You have a prototype immediately, you can market your product much more easier and faster way with technology available at this point in time. So some of the parts printed are being circulated, and also I'm showing some other parts here. This is a facility, 3D scanning and printing facility we have. It's a low cost about less than 1,000. A lot of students, senior design students, honors students from engineering, all come to the lab and learn how to use this scanning and printing facility. As faculty, facility is open for all students, so liberal arts students also can benefit out of that. I invite everybody to come and use the facility. Martin knows about the facility, he interacts with us, he can be helpful for you to get involved in these activities. So some of the parts printed I'm just highlighting here. So one senior design guy in biomedical gave some idea to print all those parts he needed and test with the testing facility. You can see number of parts printed for one particular senior design. In addition, in the center, we also promote competition to those who take robotics course at the senior level. So they design and build mobile robot with sensors to avoid obstacles. So they are very effective in that one. In the competition, always there is a winner and they get cash awards every year when the course is offered. So this tells you the recent theme we had on our engineering innovation and creativity course. We are about 1,000 students. When Karen Family Foundation visited, the faculty photographs is there. Martin Zhou is talking to the Tim Kiriwal, who is from Karen Family Foundation, and Sarah Hana. This is our student team. And just to show some highlights what is happening at School of Engineering. So this is the thing I want to invite you all of you to participate and come and be part of that. We are hosting in regional conference on innovation and entrepreneurship education from March 14 to 17. Conference topics are highlighted. I can email to you later. So just to show you what's being done at this point in time. There are presentation discussion topics. Some of your students can come and present their ideas as well in the conference. I was working with Martin Zhou to send some students to be part of the conference. Please, you are all welcome, and you also can send your students for that. The program is highlighted here. That will be also circulated in the near future to every faculty and student. So it starts on Thursday night, whole Friday, and Saturday till noon. I stop here and allow the student to present their ideas. If you have any questions, I will take at the end. Now I call my student who took the course, talk about his business plan development. This group.
Okay, so as Dr. Radha said, we offer a course called Engineering, Innovation, and Creativity. Last semester I took a course, and it was in a book called New Venture Creation, Entrepreneurship for the 21st Century by Jeffrey Timmons. And I would just like to go through really quickly what a business plan is, which is integral to how a business might be formed. So first, why have a business plan? It's a good way to get to know your business. You don't really learn until you write down everything that you think. You don't learn what you know and what you don't know. So it's a good way to understand what's going on. And then it's a great way to, if you have to pitch to somebody, your idea to somebody, to an investor, it's a great way to convince them that you're competent and that you have a plan. When you sit down and write it, it makes it real. Some people, they have ideas, everybody has ideas, quick ways to make $1 million, things like that. But when you sit down and spend your time writing a business plan, it becomes a real thing. It imposes discipline, and it causes you to think more with your head as opposed to your heart, which is the difference between being analytical and just dreaming about something. And the last thing is, it's supposed to be a map and a blueprint for in the future when you take your business on past the stage of planning, you can refer back to your business plan. But that's not to be said that it's a rigid thing, because a common saying is the business plan is obsolete at the printer. You always are adaptive, you're always changing. Occasionally you have things, a business plan is not needed, and they've listed a couple of reasons here, but this is to explain to most people, for the average person who's creating a business, you need a business plan. Exceptions are people who just have a great business fall into their lap. Mark Zuckerberg, it just happened. Bill Gates, it just happened. People who have already made money and it becomes second nature to make a business plan in their head. So the objectives of it are to make it real, calculate the risks, the rewards, and demonstrate how this might be a viable option for making a business. So a business plan is kind of like a patent. If you've ever heard of patents, they have certain things that require a business to become viable. It needs to create or add significant value to someone. It needs to solve a problem, have a robust market, and has an eye towards sustainability and some sort of impact. Because there are businesses that are come and go, such as a lemonade stand, but it really has no sustainability or impact. It doesn't really add a significant value. So you need to keep that in mind when you're trying to create a business. And then something to remember about the business plan, as I said, the plan is obsolete at the printer. It's always in progress. Business plans are constantly updated. Businesses have entire teams that are just dedicated to creating a new roadmap every day, identifying where the company is, where the company would like to be, and how the company is going to get where they're going. And then the plan is not business. Just because you have a plan doesn't mean you have a business. And having a business does not require that you always have a plan, but it is your roadmap, something to refer to help you get where you're going. Okay, so the business plan contains a number of sections. I'm just going to burn through these really quickly and then show you an example of a condensed business plan that I came up with. The executive summary, everyone's written a report before. This is basically just an overview of everything that you're going to talk about. If you were just to pitch a 2-minute rocket pitch to someone, you would tell them your executive summary. The industry, you need to know your industry. If you don't know your industry, you won't make it. So for example, if your industry is computers, it's good to know that your industry is computers, but you really don't know anything. Computers are contain tons of parts. So say you just take monitors, but maybe you only do LCD monitors. So know your business, know the concepts, know your competition, because business is no longer limited to just one massive company. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. Market research and analysis, you need to know your customers, you need to know trends, you need to know if you're in a cyclical market, if you're in a sustainable market, a growing market, an emerging market, new market, third world market. There are tons of markets. You need to always know your market. The economics that speaks for itself, your marketing plan. How are you going to get the business out there? If you have a great idea, but nobody knows about it, it's not going anywhere. So you need to know how you're going to put your idea out there for everyone. Your design and development plan, as Dr. Radharamanan said, this is where your engineers come in. You have an idea, you have a product, now you need to make it, to implement it. You need to prove that you can take this product and make it in a manufacturing and operations plant, which is where you would scale up your model from a small prototype to actually having a viable plan. Your management team, this is one of the most important parts. You need to identify early on who is your management team, who's your core team. You have a founder, you usually have a team of engineers or of marketers or of some sort of founding group who all share a passion of making the business grow. The number one thing that destroys businesses is having a poor management team. They'll run a business into the ground, or if you have a negative attitude, they'll just bring down the team until nobody wants to work with you. And finally, something that's become more important in recent years is sustainability and impact. Everyone needs to now look towards creating things that are eco-friendly, and so it's become at least something that everyone gives a nod to, thinking of how they could make their business a little bit more sustainable, reduce their carbon footprints, something like that. And then the last things are schedule and risk and assumptions. Oh, forgot about the financial plan, of course. That's very important. You lay out your budget, how you're planning, how much funding you'll need. And this is where your investors will really want to take notice of how you're going to. The main part is the break-even part that comes in. When is your business going to become a profitable venture? And that's something that's a major selling point. And then that leads into number 12, the company offerings. What are you going to offer an investor to become a part of your company? Okay, so as part of our engineering innovations class, we all came up with condensed business plans. Mine is based on a senior design project that I'm creating currently. I spent last semester researching and developing it, and this semester I'm currently building it with 2 of my team members. As you can see from the overview, these are all the sections that would be in the plan. You don't always hand someone a business plan document because the document itself is 25 to 30 pages. So if you're giving a presentation, you want it condensed in the form of a PowerPoint or a small speech, which is a 5-minute speech, 3 to 5 minute speech called a rocket pitch. So the idea is to get all the information out there as quickly as possible. So I'll attempt to deliver my speech to you. Okay, so my group is creating a project that is designed